I listen to somebody speak and it makes me think, and I go back and I relook. I look at the Constitution again. I look at the history again. I look at our founding fathers again. A lot of times, if I can, through the eyes of the man who is a blazing Glenn Beck. I want to thank you. I want to thank you for coming. I want to thank you for inviting me to speak at this press conference. I find it amazing that our government, I heard the phone calls, and they, I believe, are up on the Blaze now. I don't know if you've heard them yet. The phone calls of the Capitol Police today harassing the organizers, saying that you are not allowed to go over to that side of the Capitol because what the Tea Party is doing is different than what you're supposed to be doing over here, and we're being herded like cattle, and it is offensive and wrong and un-American. But I want to talk to you a little bit, and I think you guys have to vote. You guys believing to vote or not believing to vote?
We're with you, baby.
This is the screwiest. I mean, if you think Willy Wonka's chocolate factory was crazy, you should go inside that building. It's nuts. But these guys are under tremendous pressure, and there's 70 of them. And I remember 4 years ago, we were talking about where are the people? And, you know, we started a little deal when I was at Fox on the Refounders, and I think we had like 4 of them that would actually, you know, stand up. And I think all 4 of them are here. And it was, yeah, you'll have to decide which one didn't. No, kidding. But what is amazing is there are 70 now. There are 70. But this system is hunting and pecking, and it is, I mean, it's sick what is happening in our country all the way around with just corruption, and it's sickening. And we have to stand for those people. I wasn't going to come. They called me last week and asked me to come, and I just didn't have time to do it. And I thought, they asked me, and what sat with me was Michelle, I believe, said to me, Glenn, we have the people you've been asking for. And I remember George H.W. Bush when he said to the Kurds, stand up, we'll protect you, stand up. And then there was no flyover protection, and they were all killed. And I thought, these guys, you are the, that is the most well-paid gaffer I've ever seen. We're looking at people who truly embody the things that we have been asking for. Where are those people that will say their lives, their fortunes, and their sacred honor? Where are those politicians that will say, I guarantee you, even if they win this battle, even if they win, I guarantee you, these guys are in ethics hell from here on out. I mean, how much, anybody want to give me a price on how much you personally have spent on lawyers for ethics? Hundreds of thousands of dollars as an individual, just because they're going to wear you down. They're not going to have committee positions. They're going to be hunted by the progressives in the Republican Party. Not just the Democrats, the Republican progressives. They will spend millions of dollars to throw these people out. I've not seen in 4 years a group of people, 70, with the courage to actually stand and say, I don't care what happens to me, my position, or my job. I stand because it's right. And not all of them are here because, quite honestly, I can't even get the list of all of them because some of them are very afraid. But believe me, the progressive right has all of their names. Correct me if I'm wrong. They have all of their names. And so does the IRS, yes. These are courageous people, And if we actually demand people to stand up in our name, when they do, we have a personal, profound, and spiritual responsibility to protect them and to watch over them. As long as they don't betray their vow to protect and defend the Constitution and their vow to be decent and honorable, we have a responsibility to protect them. I wanted to just address and talk to you about a couple of things, and that is, when our president said he was going to fundamentally transform us, it was something that everybody dismissed. Just like every brutal and brutish thug of the past, they usually tell you what they're going to do before they do it. And everybody dismissed him, including me. When he said he was going to transform, I thought to myself, what does that even mean? Well, I think we know. And we have seen the fundamental transformation. When his wife went on a tour with him, because it's more of a rock star thing than anything else, and she was speaking on the campaign trail, she said, Barack knows we're going to have to change our traditions, our language, and our, what was the other one? And our history. And all of those things are being done. The last piece of fundamental transformation is immigration. And make no mistake, it has nothing to do with real immigrants. When Richard Trumka can actually come out, and it amazes me the arrogance they have. They know that no one is even a speed bump to them, so they just say it out loud. When Richard Trumka can actually come out and say to the American worker, I know usually we're against these things because they'll take a lot of American jobs, but they'll vote for all of the things we're for. You know that this isn't about people. They don't see them as people. They see them as votes. That's immoral. It's wrong. We don't even have to go to amnesty. Just viewing people as numbers and votes is not the American way of life. It's not the America that I know. And it's certainly not the America that has compassion in her heart, that will take care of people when they can't do it on their own. We have lost the very idea of the Statue of Liberty. I don't know if you really know what that statue is on top, but that statue is freedom. That statue is not an Indian. The feathers that make everybody think that it's an Indian, but it's not. That actually happened because good old Jeff Davis was in charge of that statue. And he didn't like the idea that freedom was even going up there. And it was supposed to originally have a liberty cap, but he had the liberty cap removed. We don't even know our own history. We don't know what that even symbolizes. We don't even probably know what a liberty cap is even more. A liberty cap was a symbol of an end of slavery. That's what that is. And not just the slavery with chains as we always think about it, but the slavery to not be who God tells you you can be. To not have equal access. Not equal outcome, but equal access. Martin Luther King talked about, just give me a chance. I just want a chance to survive. That's not what we're talking about here. We're now saying, give me your stuff. And you have people that are coming in. Let's look at two things. One, the people who might be coming in here because they are good, decent, honest, hardworking people that want to escape oppression. Okay? There is a front door. But let's just say for some reason the doorway wasn't marked clearly enough, which is absolutely true in this country now. But let's say that's true. If they're coming here to escape oppression, they are coming here because their country has abandoned the rule of law. Their country is run by thugs and dictators and special interest groups and drug lords and anyone who can exert power over you. Why would the people who come here, even in the middle of the night, if they are coming here for a better life and a chance to be free, why would anyone have the audacity to say, well, they'll vote for us if we make our country as lawless as the country they just came from? It's arrogant and it's racist to believe that. But the other idea is that there's another group of people that are not coming here for a better way of life. They don't really care. They're here because they can get free stuff. They're here for whatever it is they want. And they've come in illegally. Our Statue of Liberty stands for something. Our Statue of Liberty was the beacon for everyone. It was the beacon. It has everything we need to know. The crown is not a crown. They are the rays of light. It is God. Go look up the statue of Moses from Michelangelo. You'll see he has horns. I stood there and I'm like, why would you put horns on Moses? Because it was a mistranslation. You translate one word wrong and rays of light become horns. And that's why that statue has it. The same with the Statue of Liberty. It's not a crown. It's enlightenment. It's God's light. In her hand, the law. And because of the law, her feet have unbroken chains. If we do not embrace the light, the law, the chains cannot be unbroken. And that's why they came here. And if you don't want to live in a country, if you don't understand that it is the law and the light that actually change people's lives, you shouldn't come here. We don't want you here. We want the people here who understand I'm going to play by the rule, the fair, equal rule, and I'm going to make it. Just give me a chance. And the last thought is, I don't know how this all works out. These guys have to go vote.
We have to go vote. We have 3 votes we gotta go do.
You gotta go vote.
It's a little unique that they call them right now.
It's really interesting, isn't it?
Right now.
Yeah.
The press conference goes till 5. We're not done.
Let me say one thing. Let me say one thing, so I have to go and do a TV show. But let me just say this to you. Let me say this to you. This is 1850s. It is. It doesn't mean that the 1860s are coming our way, but the 1850s are for the Republican Party. John Boehner and everyone else, you're the Whig Party. If we stay together and hold true to true principles without regard to party, the Republicans will go the way of the Whigs, and we win. God bless you. Thank you so much.